Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the internal assessment that is given to you. So how you will do the internal assessment? I have given you 3 assessment. Out of 3, you have to do any 2 assessments. So how we can do? So we have to discuss it today. So see the first one. First one is I am not going to write the topic here because topic is already uploaded on the campus care. You can see. Conduct a survey of a group of students and represent it graphically: height, weight, number of family members, pocket money, etc. We can use the bar graph to represent it. We have to use bar graph to represent it. So how we will do it? Firstly, we will make the table. Make the table like this. Here we will write the name of the students. Name of students. And suppose we are taking weight. So next column in first column we have to write name of the students. Second column we have to write weight in kg. Weight in kg. Suppose name of students A, B, C, D, E like this. 5, 6 students you can take. Name of the students A, B, C, D, E. Their weight is 50 kg, 60, 55, 42 kg, 40 kg like this. So we will make the table for the name of the students and their weights. Then on the graph paper, we will draw x-axis and y-axis. Draw x-axis and y-axis. At x-axis, we have to take the name of students. Name of students. At y-axis, we will take their weight in kg. At x-axis, take the name of the students. At y-axis, we will take the weight of the students. So you will start here. You know how to make the bar graph. So weight we can take here. Suppose at 1 centimeter, 10 kg, 20 kg, 30 kg, 40, 50, 60, 70 like this. We will suppose a scale, let 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kg. Then we can mark 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 at y-axis. At x-axis we will take the name of the students. So we will leave one block of the graph sheet and write here name A. Again we will leave the gap, equal gap. Next students B. Then again leave the same gap. C, D, E, F like this. We have to maintain equal gaps between two students. So what is the weight of A? Weight of A is 50 kg. 50 is here. So we will make a rectangular strip. Make a rectangular strip of height 50 kg. Seconds B 60 kg. Up to 60 kg we will make a rectangular strip like this. C 55. So 55 will come between 50 and 60. So it is 55. D is 42. So 10, 20, 30, 42. Similarly E 40. And we will set it. Okay. This is the bar graph which represents the weight against the name of students. So firstly make the table. In one column write the name of the students. Next column you can take the weight of the students. Weight we will take at y-axis, name of the students at x-axis, and represent this data with the help of bar graph. So with the help of bar graph you can tell who has highest weight, who has lowest weight. Directly from the graph you can tell it. So in the same way we can take here height in centimeter. Okay, write one column name, next column height, weight, pocket money, number of family member, etc. You can make 4 or 5 bar graphs for each. So for height we will use one graph sheet. When we will take height, weight, we will use the next graph sheet. For pocket money again we will use the next graph sheet. So in this way you can use 4 or 5 graph sheets. So this is our first assessment. Conduct a survey of group of students. So these are group of students and we have to represent their weights, height, pocket money, number of family members graphically. In graphically we have to use bar graph to represent it. I hope that it is clear, the first assessment. Now I am going to discuss the second one, the second topic. So see the second assessment. Draw a circle of known radius r on a half centimeter graph paper. It is given half centimeter graph paper, but you can use the graph paper which is available in the market, maybe 1 centimeter. Estimate the area enclosed by actually counting the squares. Now try out with circles of different radii. We have to repeat this experiment 3-4 times. Establish the pattern between two observed value. Observed value means by counting the squares, and theoretical value means using the formula pi r square, and we have to represent it graphically. So how we can do it? So suppose this is your graph sheet. This is your graph sheet, and suppose it is 1 centimeter graph sheet, means the length of one block is 1 centimeter. Length of one block is 1 centimeter. So what will be the area of one block? Area of one block will be 1 square centimeter, because we will get a square whose side is 1 centimeter. We will get a square. So this is square. It is 1 centimeter. This is 1 centimeter. So what will be area? Area of one block is equal to 1 centimeter square. Now we will take the known radius 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 2 centimeter. It depends upon you. So taking the known radius with the help of compass, we will make a circle on the graph sheet. Suppose this is the circle. Suppose this is the circle. Taking the radius, any radius 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, we have to draw a circle on the graph sheet. Now we will count here how many complete squares comes in this circular region. How many complete square? Suppose this is the complete square. This one is complete square. This is also complete square. This complete square. Complete square. This one above side complete square. Here complete square. So suppose these are complete squares. So in this way you have to count all the complete squares lying in this circular region. So if number of complete square be 10, suppose number of complete square be 10, then area of 10 complete square. What will be area of 10 complete square? It is 1 centimeter graph sheet. So area of 1 square is 1 centimeter. 1 block means 1 square. 1 block means 1 square. So area of 1 square is 1 centimeter square. So area of 10 complete square, it will be 10 centimeter square. After counting the complete square, you can take how many half squares lie in this circular region. Suppose this is the half square, this one half square, this one half square, it is half square. So in this way, count how many half squares are there. Suppose let number of half square be 8. Suppose in this circular region, number of half squares be 8. So what will be the area of 8 half square? Therefore, area of 8 half square, it will be 8 into 1 by 2. 8 into 1 by 2. Area of complete square is 1. So half square area will be 1 by 2. So 8 into 1 by 2. We can cancel it. So it will be 4 centimeter square. Area of 10 complete square 10. Area of 8 half square 4 centimeter square. Then again count how many 3/4 squares are there. How many 3/4 square? Suppose this is 3/4 square. This one is 3/4 square. 3/4 square. 3/4 square. So count how many 3/4 square. Let number of 3/4 square be 12. Let number of 3/4 square be 12. So therefore, area of 12 3/4 square. So 12 into 3 by 4. 4 3 is 12. 9 centimeter square. So in this way we can calculate the area of number of 3/4 squares. After that, we will count how many 1/4 squares. How many 1/4 square? 1/4 square means suppose this one. This one is 1/4 square. Here we can take this portion 1/4 square. 1/4 square like this. 1/4 square. 1/4 square. Now count how many 1/4 squares are coming in this circular region. So let number of 1/4 square is equal to 8. Number of 1/4 square is equal to 8. So therefore, area of 1/4 square, total area of 1/4 square, it will be 8 into 1 by 4. 4 2 is 8. 2 centimeter square. So in this way, we will calculate the total area of this circular region. So therefore, total observed area of circle. Total observed area of circle. We will count it. Complete square 10 centimeter square. Number of 8 half is area of 8 half square 4 centimeter square. Number of 3/4 square 9 centimeter square. Number of area of 1/4 squares 2 centimeter square. We will add it. 10 plus 4 14 plus 2 16 plus 9. It is 25 centimeter square. This is the observed value. It is observed value. Now we will find the area of this circle using the formula pi r square. Now we will find area of the circle using the formula pi r square. Now theoretical value of area. How we will find theoretical value? Using the formula pi r square. Pi 22/7 and radius that you have taken here. You can put the value of r, calculate it and then compare it. If your counting is most appropriate, then observed value or theoretical value will be almost equal. So in this way we will find the observed value, and using formula we will find the theoretical value. You have to repeat this 3-4 times, means you have to take 3-4 circles of different radii and do the same procedure, find observed value and theoretical value. After completing it, we have to represent it graphically. So how we can represent it graphically? We will make x-axis and y-axis line. X-axis, y-axis. At x-axis we have to take radius. Y-axis we have to take area. At x-axis we will take radius. Suppose radius is 2, 3, 4 centimeter, and y-axis we will take the area. Area means both area, observed value and theoretical value. Suppose this is the theoretical value. Theoretical value like this, and observed value. So we have to join it with the help of scale, and observed value we will join with the dotted lines. So this is the theoretical value. And this dotted line represents observed area. So after completing observed value and theoretical value, taking x-axis and y-axis, radius on x-axis, area on y-axis, we have to plot for both observed value and theoretical value. These points represents theoretical value, join it with the line segment. This cross sign represents observed value, join it with dotted lines. We will see observed value and theoretical value will come approximately equal if your number of counting squares are correct. So in this way we have to do the second assessment, how to find the area of the circle by counting the actually number of squares. I hope that it is clear to you. Now we will tell how to do the third assessment. Third assessment is what? How to prove the algebraic identities. So let us see third one. See the third topic, a plus b whole square. We know that it is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. We have to prove it. How a plus b whole square is coming a square plus 2ab plus b square geometrically, not by multiplying a plus b into a plus b. A plus b whole square, we will not multiply here a plus b into a plus b. We have to prove this result geometrically. So how we can prove it? So we will take a line segment. Take a line segment of any length you can take. Suppose this line segment is AB. Take a line segment AB. Now divide this line segment into two parts. Suppose this point is point C. It divides AB into two parts such that AC is A and BC is small b. Listen again. Firstly, take a line segment AB of any length. Now divide it into two parts. Let us suppose the point C divides AB such that AC is A and BC is B. On this line segment AB, we will make a square. Taking AB as one side of the square, we have to complete the square like this. See again, firstly we will take a line segment AB of any length. Then we will divide this line segment AB into two parts such that, suppose C divides AB into two parts such that AC is A and CB is B. Similarly, divide AD also in two parts like this. Suppose this one is P, so AP is A and PD is B. From C we will draw a line parallel to AD. From C we will draw a line parallel to AD. Suppose it meets DE at R. And from P we will draw a line parallel to AB. Suppose this point is T, this is S. So in this way, what will be CS length? It will be A. What will be PS? This portion is A, so this side is also A. It is also A. This is B. This side is B. So in this way, we have divided whole the square ABED into four regions, four figures. This is the first one, second, third, and fourth. So we have divided the whole square ABCD into four figures. If we find the area of all the four figures and add them, we will get the area of whole square. So how we can write the area of square? Area of square. Area of square, we know that what is the area of square? Side square. And what is one side of the square? One side is A plus B. Total length is A plus B. So we will write here A plus B whole square. It is the area of square. And area of square is the sum of the area of first, second, third and fourth region. So it will be area of figure first plus area of figure second plus area of figure third plus area of figure fourth. Area of figure first. What is the first figure? First figure is square. All the sides are equal. It is square. This one is rectangle. This is also rectangle. What will be area? Area will be side square, A into A. Here length is A, breadth is B. So area will be A into B, length into breadth. Third one, length is A, breadth is B. So area will be AB. It is again square. B, this portion is also B. B. So area will be B square. So area of first part is A square. This one rectangle, area of rectangle AB plus again rectangle third one AB. Fourth one is square. So A square AB plus AB 2AB plus B square. It is A plus B whole square. So A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square. We have proved this identity geometrically. So it is the geometrical proof of A plus B whole square. Now we will see how we can prove A plus B plus C whole square. So see the next one, A plus B plus C whole square. A plus B plus C whole square. it is a square plus b square c square plus 2ab 2bc plus 2ca. Proof is same. Again take a line segment. Take a line segment AB. Now we will divide this line segment. You can take the line segment of any length. So we will divide this line segment into three parts by the point P and Q, such that AP, this part is A, PQ is B and QB is C. On this line segment AB, we will make a square. So complete the square on the line segment AB. ABCD is the square. ABCD is a square. Similarly, we will divide AD also in three parts. Suppose this is R, this point is S, such that AR is A, it is B, SD is C. Now from point P, draw a line parallel to AD. From Q, draw a line parallel to AD. Suppose this point is T, this is K. Now from point R, draw a line parallel to AB. It is M. From the point S, draw a line parallel to AB. This point is M. So what will be this side? It will be A. This is B. This is C. Again it is A, B, C. This side is A, B, C, A, B, C. Now we have divided here whole the square ABCD into 9 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So first part, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh part, eighth and ninth part. We will find the area of each part and add them. Then we will get whole the area of square. So we can write area of square ABCD. It is what? It will be A plus B plus C whole square. Because one side of the square is A plus B plus C. So area of square, we know that side is square. So A plus B plus C whole square. How we will find whole area? We will find area of first part, second part, third part and add it. Area of figure first plus area of figure second, similarly up to area of figure ninth. 1 to 9th we have to find the area and add it. What is the area of first one? It is a square. So area will be side square, A square. And this one, this portion is A. The breadth is B. So it is a rectangle. Area will be AB. Breadth is C. Length is A. Area will be AC. So first part area A square because it is a square. This is rectangle. So A into B. Third one also rectangle, A into C. Fourth one, length is B, breadth is A. So what is the area? Again it is a rectangle, AB. Plus fifth one, this portion is B, breadth is also B. It is a square, so area will be B square. Sixth one, this portion, this side is B, this side is C. Area will be BC. Seventh, what will be the area? AC. Length is A, breadth is C. Plus this length is C, breadth is B, so area will be BC. Plus last part, length and breadth both are equal to C. It is a square, so area is C square. So A square plus b square, this one c square. AB has come two times, AB plus AB, 2AB plus BC, BC, 2BC plus AC has come two times, 2AC. So this is A plus B plus C whole square. So in this way we can prove this identity geometrically. I hope that it is clear to you. Now the last identity I will prove A minus B whole square. Now see the last one, A minus B whole square is equal to A square minus 2AB plus B square. How we can prove it geometrically? So again we will take a line segment. Take a line segment AB whose length is A. Take a line segment AB whose length is A. Take AB is equal to A. Now we will take a point on AB, suppose it is C, such that BC is equal to B. So take a point C on AB such that BC is equal to B, such that BC is equal to B. So therefore, what will be AC? AC will be A minus B. AC will be A minus B. Firstly, take AB is equal to A, small a. Then take a point C on the line segment AB such that BC is equal to B. So AC will be A minus B. Again we will complete the square. Taking AB as one side of square, complete the square. ABCD is a square whose one side is A, whose each side is A. Take again on point AD, point P, such that PD is equal to B. So what will be AP? A minus B. Take a point P on AD such that PD is equal to B, then AP is equal to A minus B. Now from C we will draw a line parallel to AD. Parallel to AD. From point P we will draw a line parallel to AB. So what will be this? PQR, suppose this is S. What will be PS? It will be equal to AC, A minus B. What will be CS? Equal to AP, A minus B. What is this side? QS. QS will be equal to BC, so it is B. This side is also B. It is B. It is a square. See this portion. Select this portion. What is the shaded portion? ACSP. It is a square whose one side is A minus B. So what will be the area of shaded region? A minus B whole square. So area of shaded region, it will be equal to A minus B whole square. Why A minus B whole square? Because it is a square and one side is A minus B. So this area is A minus B whole square. How we can get A minus B whole square this area? it will be equal to area of whole the square minus area of 3 unshaded region. First region, second, third. It will be area of square ABCD, area of whole the square minus area of unshaded region first minus area of region second minus area of region third. From whole the area we will subtract the unshaded portion, then we will get the shaded region. So what is area of square ABCD? What is the length of ABCD square? A. So it is A square minus area of unshaded region first. So it is a rectangle. What will be area? B into A minus B. So B into A minus B minus area of second. Second is also square, B into B. So it is B square minus area of third region. It is again rectangle. A minus B length, B is breadth. So area will be A minus B into simplify it. A square, open the bracket, minus AB, minus into minus, plus B square, minus B square, minus A into B, minus AB, minus into minus, plus B square. Minus B square plus B square cancel. So A square minus AB minus 2AB and plus B square. So this is the formula for A minus B whole square. So A minus B whole square is A square minus 2AB plus B square. This is the geometrical proof of A minus B whole square. I hope that all the topics are clear to you. Now I will tell how you have to write the project. So how you have to write the project? Firstly you will write index. Index means left side you will write the topic, right side you will write the page number, from which page number to which page number topic. Second point, on the second page you will write preface. Third page you will write acknowledgement. After that, fourth page you can start the topics. Means assessment number 1 you can write, then do the assessment. After that, assessment number 2. After that you will write conclusion, and at the last you will write bibliography. Bibliography means the source from which you have taken to prove the result or to do the project work. So in this sequence you have to write your project work. I hope that it is clear to you and you will complete your project by 15th of the October. Okay, thank you class.